Hey everyone, Jason here. So I'm out at the camp. It's February 3rd and today's going to be a big day. I'm going to do what I can to get the shelter finished off, and if I can, I'm going to spend the night. Now the thing is, I'm going to have to collect a lot of firewood. Right now we're sitting at, I think it's like -6 or -7, somewhere around there, Celsius. And last night was, believe it was like -13 or something like that. So tonight will be a cold night. You can see it's snowing right now. We got about 15 to 20 centimeters of snow overnight, so that's gonna make traveling around a little bit difficult. Wore the snowshoes in to get here, so they were a big help for sure, but I think I'm gonna leave them at camp while I search for firewood. It's a trade-off, you know. The snowshoes, they do make getting around a bit easier, but you know, when you're carrying long lengths of timber, it's you know, it's a little bit too much. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna have to gather up a ton of firewood if I'm gonna spend the night, so I better get to it. Okay, well, I hiked a little bit further than I normally would have to get firewood, but I'm really trying to reduce my impact around the camp area. I don't know if it was such a good idea to hike so far, because I have to hike just as far back with the wood. But at the same time, I think it was worth it, because like right here I found quite a few different standing deadwood. So I've got, I don't know if you can see, but I've got 2 that are leaning. I've got another one that's standing, another standing over here, and another that is almost a widowmaker, a cherry tree right here. So yeah, so I should have enough. We'll cut that down, bring it to camp, and then I'll see how much wood I actually get out of it. The sun's gonna go down around, like, well, really I'll have to have the fire going around, you know, 4 or 5, if not sooner, and then the sun will be down around 6. So, you know, it's a good 12 hours, 14 hours that I'm gonna need firewood. So yeah, gonna need a bunch. Okay, well, that was kind of dangerous. Got the tree 90% cut down, so I just give it a little push, and then it got snagged up in the dead tree next to it. Just the weight of the one I was cutting broke off the top of the other tree. I'm still kind of nervous just standing here. You know, I thought whether or not I should just leave it, you know, because I had Widowmaker up top, and then, you know, I had created a, you know, basically a deadfall trap with the other tree. But I don't like leaving things, you know. If, who knows, someone else could come through, hiking through, or hunting or something like that, and, you know, it come down on them. So anyway, pushed it down. I know you can't see the deadfall up there, but I'll adjust the camera and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, well, I've got a half decent pile now, so I'm going to carry this off to the shelter, start processing it a bit. Likely I'll need more, but I might as well process this while I have it and just keep going from there. Okay, well, I got all the wood moved up here, and I figure it's overcast, so it's hard to tell what time it is. Like, you can't see, like, even a circle of the sun through the clouds and the snow. But the brightest area is just over here to the right of me, so I figure it's probably around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. Snow keeps coming, like, harder and then lighter, so we'll see how it goes throughout the rest of the day and the evening. Right now I just find myself, you know, quite warmed up from lugging all that wood, so I'm just going to take a bit of a break and cool down, get a bit of water. I'm feeling a bit dehydrated. Actually started feeling a bit of a headache coming on about 10 minutes ago or so. So yeah, rehydrate myself a bit, then start cutting this wood. I think I might be alright with the amount of wood I have, because I've got this wood stored in the shelter that I'm going to clear out of here as well. So yeah, I won't be able to tell until it's all cut up and I can see, but but I think I'm looking pretty good. Alright, so I've got a bunch of the firewood cut. I think probably around 4 or 5 hours worth. It's good because it's all hardwood. Actually, some of it was elm, so that's great. I've got a mixture of elm, cherry, and ironwood, and I think probably about 4 or 5 hours worth cut right now, plus what's in the shelter. So I think it's probably around 4 o'clock right now, so I probably have about an hour, hour and a half before sunset. So I want to get working on the shelter. So I'm going to pull apart the one half of the front of the shelter and then drag out all the firewood that I have in there and then sort out where I'm going to sleep for the night. So I've got the platform down now. It's about 5 feet long by 3 feet wide, and you know it's not going to be the most comfortable sleep, but it'll do. You know, I can sleep curled up. I've got a thermal rest air mattress that I'll put down, and then a wool blanket, and then I've got a sleeping bag that I'll sleep in. Sleeping bag is rated to, it's either -5 or -10. It's going to be colder than that tonight, so I'm sure I'll keep the fire going, keep warm. Yeah, the wind keeps changing direction, the snow keeps changing direction, so a moment ago the snow was coming into the shelter, so I'm going to keep a bit of a wall in front, and hopefully that stops snow from blowing in, you know, especially throughout the night. I do have a small tarp, so if it did get, you know, blizzardy and blowing in, then I can cover up the front, I think. So yeah, all right, so I think it's probably around 5 o'clock now. Looks like the sun is going down, so I better get started on the fire. So I finished off dinner, and that was nice. Sausage and potato, cooked over a fire, always good. A little bit tricky, it's cold out, so it was kind of difficult. Get the bottom would be hot, top would be cold, snowing on top of it. It was interesting, but I figured it out and got it done, so that's good. Yeah, it is a little cold. I don't know if you can see my breath, but it's not too bad. I've been trying to dry out my gloves over the fire. That's not working. They dry out on the bottom, but it's snowing out, so the top gets wet from the snow. So, then I flip them, and it's just, never-ending process. So I've given up on that. Just brought them in undercover. I was going to try to dry out my toque and other things, but now I know it's just, no point. So I think that if the fire keeps going, I think that my plan will work, because right now I have my jacket off, and even though, I can see my breath, I'm not freezing. I'm guessing it's probably minus 10 right now outside, but I don't have gloves on. My hands, I can feel that the air is cool, but I'm not freezing by any means, so it's good. I think that now we're just going to take it easy, relax, and keep an eye on the fire for a while, and just enjoy the night.